Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of our online classes. My name is Victor Kagot. Today we are transplanting, and we're going to show you how to do transplanting in an hydroponic farm. Behind me, as you can see, we are currently transplanting capsicum. The variety is Golden Sun F1, a yellow variety of capsicum. Capsicum is in the group or in the family of peppers, and it is used as a spice in our foods to add flavor, and it has some very small properties, medicinal properties that can also be exploited. And we expect to get at least 15 kgs per plant at the end of the season, which is 9 months. In another greenhouse, which we will show you shortly, we have transplanted tomatoes. If you look at the space, the greenhouse size is 8 meters by 24 meters. If you are to do an open field or conventional farming, the spacing for capsicum is normally 70 centimeters by 35 centimeters. But because it is hydroponics farming, we are going to use a spacing, or we are using a spacing of 40 centimeters by 35 centimeters. That is an advantage that hydroponics have over open field farming. And this is because since we are feeding the crops, we eliminate competition, nutritional competition. Now let us have a closer look at how we transplant practically. Come with me. Joining me is Miss Kavata, and you are going to transplant with her together. So Miss Kavata, before you transplant, you need to ensure that your seedling is viable for transplantation. And there are some things that you must check, or there is a checklist that you must ensure that the seedling meets at least the minimum criteria for transplantation. Number one is the length or the height of the seedling. And an ideal seedling should be between 17 centimeter to 26 centimeter tall. This one of ours, as you can see, is 20 centimeters, meaning it is a good seedling and it is viable for transplanting based on its age. The seedling is now 30 days old. Since the day it was sown to now, it is 30 days old. In hydroponics, you transplant when your seedling is between 28 to around 35 days old. So once you've confirmed that the seedling is viable, the visible roots are present, the leaves are green, and the plant has not wilted, then you can transplant that particular seedling. To achieve the spacing, I normally recommend that you first of all lay your seedlings on your media as you check on viability. Now once you've laid down your seedling, you measure to achieve at least 35 centimeter. That is the distance between one seedling to the next. So that is 35 centimeter, and then you bore a hole which is at least 5 centimeter deep. That is 10 centimeter, meaning it is too deep. Yes, and then now you can transplant your seedling. The reason why you don't put the seedling so deep is to give space for the roots to develop as they grow vertically down into the bottom of the trough. And another reason is, as you'll be feeding your crops, as the drip lines will be oozing out the nutrient solution, they'll percolate through the media to the bottom of the trough. So you need to give your roots sufficient space for downward growth. So between plant to plant, you must ensure that you have 35 centimeters, and between plant to plant vertically, it is 40 centimeters. But again, you must also ensure, because when you are planting, you need to achieve a zigzag orientation. Meaning if your crop is here on this particular line, on the other line it is in between these two crops. That one will minimize competition for space. So planting must always assume a zigzag orientation. So from that plant to that plant, you can see we have a zigzag pattern, and that one will minimize competition for space. All right, and between the zag, the distance there between those two plants is also 35 centimeters. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how we transplant capsicum. Now come with me so that we go and see also how we transplant tomatoes. Welcome to the tomatoes greenhouse. As you can see, I'm stepping in a pool of water, but this is not just water, this is a disinfectant, which is very important in every greenhouse. Before getting into a greenhouse, you must always sanitize or disinfect the sole of your shoes. That one will prevent spread of infectious pathogens that can cause diseases and also pests. The tomato variety that has been planted here is known as Anna F1, and this is an indeterminate tomato variety. What that means is that for its lifespan, that is the period of 9 months, this tomato will continue increasing in its height. So at the end of 9 months, you might find that the total length or the total height of your tomato can even go up to 9 feet tall. So there is a difference between the indeterminate variety and the determinate varieties. So for hydroponics farming, we prefer to plant the indeterminate variety because they give us the optimum yield that we require. So for spacing in tomato, as I told you, it is 25 centimeter by 40 centimeter. And that is the spacing that is used in hydroponics. It is a little bit squeezed if you compare this with the spacing in open field farming, and that is because the moment you use hydroponics as the mode of farming, you eliminate competition for nutrients. And therefore, if your plants don't compete for nutrients, then it means that within a small space you can have more plants. And because you are planting in a zigzag orientation also, the same as capsicum, and you can see it is somehow like a zigzag, then you also reduce competition for space. So basically, it is similar to capsicum. The only difference is that the tomatoes, the spacing is a little bit much more squeezed. The spacing is smaller, 10 centimeters smaller compared to capsicum, and therefore we end up having a high plant population in tomatoes compared to capsicum. However, everything else in terms of procedural practice in transplanting is similar. So today you've learned about seed propagation, nursery care, and transplanting, and the important things to consider when doing these processes. Of importance is to ensure that you take care of your seedling as it grows in the nursery, as we have told you, because if you don't take care of your seedling well in the nursery, then even if you transplant it and start taking care of the crop well at the seed bed, then that one might affect your projected yield. Also, at transplanting, it's important to consider the checks that we spoke about, that is the length of or the height of your plants, and also the root system. You must always ensure that you see visible roots, and the roots should be intact at transplanting. We've also spoken about the differences between capsicum and tomatoes at transplanting. Of importance is always to consider what you want at the end, and that will determine the type of crop you grow and the variety. So your market should determine or should dictate the seed that you buy. Your market should dictate the variety that you buy, because different varieties will give you different yields and will give you different fruits in terms of physical appearance, which might be appropriate or not for depending on the market that you are targeting. So it is also very important to keep that into consideration. That is it for tomatoes and capsicum transplanting. Thank you very much for attending this class. Until we meet again next time, have a good one.